I do high school football here in mid-Michigan. We just had a big win last week. St. John's upset undefeated Mason. That was the game we did, and I'm pretty sure we're going to be doing St. John's at DeWitt this week, a matchup of neighboring rivals. But, both you guys went to Corunna. I want to bring this in now, a little local. You went to Corunna. All three of us went to Corunna, and we remember the days of the old Mid-Michigan B Conference. Matt, did you play in the Mid-Michigan Conference?
It was still that, yeah, when I was there. Yep.
Okay, and Jared, what league were you in?
The GAC.
Okay, the GAC.
Tennessee Athletic Conference.
Well, I grew up in many years since 1950 until, I don't know, the 80s or 90s. There was the Mid-Michigan B Conference, and it always had, the three core schools were Corunna, Chesaning, and Ovid Elsie. And, I miss those days. And, they went out and they started their own league here this last year, the Mid-Michigan Activities Conference, which includes Durand, Mount Morris, Byron, New Lothrop, Montrose, Ovid Elsie, and Chesaning. And then they also have Lakeville. Now, Lakeville has, I have never seen a high school that's a Class B school have such a horrendous football program as they have this year. They haven't scored a point. They've been outscored every game 40 to 50 points to nothing. They forfeited a couple games because they felt they were going to have injuries. You just don't see that in Class B school. But Otisville, Lakeville, I just don't feel fits that conference. And I really feel, and I've been on a little soapbox on this, that I'd love to see Corunna somehow find their way into that league. Wouldn't it be cool to see them playing Durand and, New Lothrop in football now, how good they are, and Ovid Elsie and Chesaning again? Yeah, I know Corunna's a lot bigger than most of those schools, but don't they just fit in?
Really?
Well, I looked it up. Corunna has 612 students, and New Lothrop's the smallest school, 307.
Yes. So this is the way and I've actually talked about this a lot with other Corunna football fans. The conference that should be in our area should be Corunna, Owasso, Chesaning, New Lothrop only for football, Ovid Elsie. Who else am I missing in the Shiawassee County area?
Durand.
Yeah, Durand. Those 6 schools should be in a conference. That should be a conference. And it sounds like that's a lot like what the old MMB was. It's just, I don't know why is that so hard to put together? Who's keeping that from happening?
I'm not sure. And again, I kind of can go along with what you came up with, but I still want Corunna to play Owasso in non-conference. Because I don't know if the schools, I don't know if those other schools in that league would go along with your scenario, especially New Lothrop in football and just football. I don't see them doing that. But what I laid out is if you just eliminated Lakeville out of that league and throw Corunna in there, you got a great 8-team league. Corunna could still play Owasso in week 1, which we all feel, I think, that's when they should play them, right? And a non-conference game.
Yeah, I mean, kind of like Notre Dame not joining the Big Ten, but still getting to play Michigan State and Michigan and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I think that'd be cool. And, obviously I've been away from mid-Michigan for a little bit, but from my days growing up in Corunna and then playing, I think it's cool to have those close town kind of deep rivalries because that makes people want to go to those games. You've got aunts, uncles, grandparents who played in those games, friends and everything who played in those Corunna-Durand games or Corunna versus Chesaning or whatever. And that's what makes those games cool. When you start adding these new conferences where, you don't even know who these schools are, you have no history, it takes a little bit of the luster away.
Oh, it takes a lot away in my viewpoint. I mean, it just... Go ahead, Jared.
Oh, you can go ahead. No, you can go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say what Matt brings up and what I've been trying to bring on the table, and you talked about it in your format, Jared. It's just natural rivals. You're so close to each other, so your travel is not long. You're gonna fill the stands on football games and basketball games. I mean, it's a win-win in my opinion.
And now that Owasso is kind of dropped enrollment, they're down to Class B. It just makes sense to have. I would love to see an Owasso versus Chesaning game. It's just something you never really see. An Owasso, Ovid Elsie, Corunna, everyone who in the Shiawassee County area would be against, even if it's only a 5-team conference with Corunna, Durand. Like I said, if you can get rid of New Lothrop, I guess I can agree with they probably wouldn't do just football. But just with those 5 teams, okay, then so what? You play 4 out-of-conference games. Those 5 games should be every single year. with those 5 schools.
I don't disagree. I mean, you could put Montrose in that mix because they're right on the edge of Shiawassee County,
Or Perry. No, Perry.
Or Perry be another good one.
The Shiawassee County teams. Perry should be in it.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what. This is obviously more local for people here, but we have a lot of local listeners. If anybody wants to maybe throw a comment out, maybe some other ideas, hit us up at our social media site at 3 Point Pod. We'd love to hear from you. And again, I'm not against having Owasso in that mix at all. That would be okay because, like you said, their enrollment is going down closer to the other schools, and it would be cool to see an Owasso Chesaning football game or Owasso Ovid Elsie. But obviously, Corunna, Ovid Elsie, Chesaning, Durand. It's such a natural fit. And I just hope someday that the athletic directors can get together and maybe find room for Corunna in that mix. And
especially Perry. I mean, you just forget that they're even in Chihuahua. Whatever conference they're in, I don't know what it is. It's bad. I know that. It's just like, why? What did they get out of being in that conference? Come on over to our conference, Perry.
Yeah, well, maybe we can get them all together, work together, and get this done. That'd be kind of cool. We'll keep talking about it.
85 90, 95 100. Looking for items to buy or sell? Look no further than SheridanAuctionService.com. We will solve your problem. Bring Sheridan Realty and auction your items, and we will market them all over the country and get them sold. If you are looking to buy items, we can help with that too. Call today, 989-720-SELL. It's fast, easy, and we get results. SheridanAuctionService.com. Buy or sell, we'll get it done for you. Call 989-720-SELL. You'll do better with Sheridan.